Morning everybody. Now, I hope you're all ready to make some popcorn. And some of the things you're going to need today is some, not cling film, if I get the right thing out, some kitchen foil, some sunflower oil, you don't need a lot, just a little bit, and the most important bit, popcorn. So, there's several ways we can do this. If you've got non-stick, it's best because I find it less likely to stick to the pan. So if you've got a good non-stick pan and a lid, simple. Do it straight in there, lid on, let it pop. Nice and easy. If you've got a nice big pan, you can do quite a lot. Or if you've got a frying pan, nice non-stick frying pan and kitchen foil, I'm going to show you how to do that today. I'm just going to pop that down there. Or if like this, you've got a nice wok and maybe a lid that'll go on the top, that's also ideal. Or if you've got, that I don't have, one of the nice deeper frying pans that comes with a lid. You can also do that as well, and you won't need the cling film. Another method that I do also do, and I do this at nursery on the fire, nice big Pyrex glass bowl, popcorn kernels, oil in, and then we just put the glass bowl on the top and let it go. Great thing about that is it's glass, it is Pyrex, it's not going to smash or shatter. As the children can see it as well, so they can all gather around the fire when they're at work and they can all see that, and that does work quite well. But I'm going to show you the tinfoil method today, as it's a bit of an art form to get the tinfoil around. So I'll show you how to do that. All the other methods, quite easy, quite straightforward, as you've seen. So you will need a nice big spoon. So what we do first, we'll put our oil into the pan. So we do about two nice large spoonfuls of oil. Put that to one side, and then we're going to get our popcorn kernels. And then what we're going to do, literally, there's no cup, there's no measuring. So you get a nice handful, just like this, in the middle of the pan. There we go. Maybe do a little bit more, maybe a handful and a half. Last few bits, and then just going to roll it round, spread that oil. There we go, job done. And that is that. So you'll kind of get used to, sorry, my Amazon keeps going off in the background.
Sorry, I don't know that.
No, of course you don't. Right, apologies. She does have a habit of interrupting sometimes. Now, the tinfoil method, really easy. So you get a nice bit of tinfoil, quite a bit bigger than the size of your frying pan that you're going to use. Okay. Tear a piece off. I tend to do it shiny side down, doesn't really make any difference, it's just preference, just how I like to do it. Now, and all you're going to do is try and pop it up in the middle a little bit so you get a bit of a lid, is what we're trying to create on the top of here. And sort of just going to crush it in around the sides, tuck it in just like that, so you can see, just squeeze that in. I like to try and pinch it in around the handle a little bit, and then just tuck it in around the other side. Just squeeze it to the side really, and then you can always, there we go, as you can see there. All fits in nice and well. And it just creates that nice stone. So again, and then we get another piece of tin foil, tear it off nicely, turn the pan around a bit, makes it a little bit easier. So what we're doing is we're just creating a lid to keep the popcorn in. And that is essentially all the tin foil is doing. Pinch it on there. And there we go. That's our frying pan with our nice tinfoil lid on, which is great if you don't have a bowl or you haven't got a deep-sided frying pan that comes with a lid or a non-stick pan. You can get a nice big one, so you can do more popcorn in it. So if you haven't got any of that, tinfoil is the way to go. This is how we mainly do it at nursery, although I do quite like this because it gets to show the children how it's done. What I will say, if you are doing this method, just a hint of caution. If you're doing it this way, please only use this lid once. If you're making multiple amounts of popcorn, use the tin foil once, and then once you've made that amount of popcorn, take it off, put it in the bin, and then obviously if you're making a new lid, do be aware that the pan is a bit hot, which is why sometimes I like to use this method. But again, do be careful, this does get hot and you will need some gloves to lift it off, because it will get hot. But I will show you actually the best way, if you're going to use this method, actually the best way to do this, if you've got your frying pan and you are using a glass lid, actually the best way to do it is to get an oven glove, hand on the top, and literally all you're going to do, flip it upside down, and there you go, and then just use your other oven glove. That's it, popcorn's in the bowl, you haven't touched it, keeps your hands nice and safe, it doesn't get you burnt. But this method, yes, please do change the tin foil every time you make popcorn, because through doing this myself, I have noticed oil spatter does like to collect, and I have had occasions where it has dripped down and the oil has got super hot and it has started to try and catch fire. So just be aware of that. It's okay if you're doing it once, but where I've done it at work and I've made 4 or 5 batches of popcorn with the same piece of tin foil, I have noticed that has started to happen. So just be aware. That's why I recommend change it every time you do it. So that's all the boring safety tips over with, guys. I do apologise, but I do have to do it because we are using hot oil and fire, so we'll make sure you guys are nice and safe. And this is what I do with the children at work. So all the lovelies that come and sit around the fire with me, they're quite used to the boring safety talks, as some people call them, but they are really important. Anyway, so all that is done. Popcorn's in there, nice lid on. What we're going to do is we're going to put it on the biggest gas ring you've got, and we're going to turn that full heat. So just like if we were doing this outside and you were doing this on the fire pit in your garden, full heat, raring to go. If you're doing this on the fire, I would recommend and you've got plastic handles like I've got on mine, and I have used this on the fire, just keep it over the side of the fire, and do be aware that will get hot even though it is plastic. So do please put some nice gloves on. So we're just going to let that heat. It's on a nice full heat. And that's just what it's going to do, is just going to gently heat up the oil, hopefully quite quickly. And hopefully in a minute you should start to hear the oil crackling. It's always a good idea, give it a bit of a shake, give it a bit of a wobble, just nice and gently, just to spread the oil around a bit. And as with the glass bowl, if that was on there, it would be great, because your children can get up, they can look, and they can see what's going on. And it's a great piece of science, literally, how popcorn literally just gets so hot and all the moisture inside boils inside the popcorn and then explodes. And it turns our corn kernels into popcorn, and that is basically it. And the oil just helps. Oh, I can hear a pop. Oh, here we go. You can hear that starting to go. Here we are. Excellent. Right. Oh, one little escapee, but it does happen. And it does get really, really noisy. So we're just going to do this now until, like when you do it in the microwave, until the popping starts to slow. If, like me, you do this the first couple of times, you're probably going to burn some bits, because it is a bit of an art form. So now it's really started to slow there. So that slowed quite quickly. Just turn the heat off there. But as you'll find with doing it in the microwave method, when you buy the bags, what you'll do, hang on, just find my gloves. Now I would use these, but they're a little bit impractical. So I've got these that I like to use at work. You can get heat-proof gloves or just nice leather ones like these. And then just going to gently lift the lid off. And there we go. There's some absolutely fabulous popcorn ready to go in our bowl. And look at that. And I don't think, unlike the microwave method when you buy the stuff, that there is no unpopped kernels. You get no bits in the bottom of your bowl. Now that's lovely, and that's not too hot. It doesn't really, if you can see this, I'll just show you here. You know, there's no residual oil left on here. It's not really oily or greasy, but that literally is cold enough now to eat. You can, if you want, put flavours on it. You could have it salted if you were making it for you. But how we do it at nursery for the children, literally in a bowl, nothing on it. And I kid you not, I will go through 3 bags of this popcorn in a session, because your loved ones at nursery love this stuff and they're like locusts. So you can see there, just a handful and a half, how much popcorn's that made. Plenty for a movie night, a really great idea. So nice and simple. I'll just go through the ingredients again. Literally handful or a large handful of popcorn kernels, 2 spoonfuls of either sunflower oil or vegetable oil, anything that can get nice and hot. I wouldn't use olive oil because that smokes a lot, I've found. But anything like vegetable oil, sunflower oil, really good. Tin foil, make your nice lid over the top once you've put all your bits and pieces and shuffled it around a little bit. Or again, you can use a bowl, or if you've got a wok, you can put a lid over the top, or just a flat sheet. Awesome. Anyway, enough of me waffling on. I hope you all enjoyed that, making some popcorn. and I'd love to see some of your photos or even your videos of you doing this with your mums and dads down in the comments below, and that would be really, really great. And now I've got my popcorn, I'm going to go and enjoy mine. I'm going to go sit and watch a film. Bye bye everybody.